AITA for my coworker's daughter going through my purse and finding something inappropriate? Hi. So, long story short, very early 20s, own a toy that looks like a lipstick. I was headed somewhere after work where I would need this tool. So in my purse it went. It was in a velvet pouch that was in a makeup bag that was inside a pocket that was on the inside of my zipped up, filled to the brim purse. I put the purse where purses go. Pretty high area of locker-like compartments. And went about my day. Mind you, the place where we leave personal belongings is outside my working area and no personal belongings are allowed past that point. We aren't allowed to use locks per the boss's request. However, I got called to the front desk for my admin coworker wanted to return something of mine to me. When I got there, she told me that her not very old daughter had gone through my purse and found my lipstick. I stood there in disbelief and expecting an apology to follow her rant as she explained how her child had gone through my purse and through different pockets and mini purses to be able to find that. She said she liked the shade and went to her mom to ask for something similar. Then my coworker figured out it wasn't a lipstick once she opened it and saw no pigment and a charging port. She flipped out on me saying how I shouldn't bring that anywhere near my place of work, and I stood there, flabbergasted, and all I could say is, "She went through my purse? Why did you let your daughter go through someone else's purse that was out of reach?" I also told her I had not brought that anywhere near my workplace, as it was outside and tucked away. I don't think her daughter knows what it was, but it's disturbing to me that she had to find a stool to climb onto the locker area, access my purse, and then go through all of it till she found it. I want to make it crystal clear how out of reach the thing was. We didn't come to any sort of agreement and kept blaming each other. So I apologized for her child having found it, as that was not my intention, and told her to keep her child out of my things or out of the personal belonging area entirely. She told my boss about it. We have a very good work environment and boss is more a coworker than a boss. And boss advised her to keep daughter out of that room since anything legal could be in it. Clarifying that legal doesn't mean daughter's age appropriate. Alcohol, cigarettes, lighters. Now my coworker is bitching about it to whoever will listen. Again, don't care. Pretty good work atmosphere and we are all quite friendly and close. We talk about adult matters often after hours having a drink, and one of them was the one to recommend the adult toy to me, haha. Coworkers are staying out of it, although some of them have privately taken my side. However, main coworker won't let it go and is still butthurt. AITA? Edit. I'm on my break and I just saw boss come into the office carrying a bag from a store nearby. I'm almost 100% positive it's locks. Clown face. AITA and your coworker is basically sexually harassing you at this point by telling other people. NTA. I would have asked for a break to inventory the contents of my purse to see if anything had been stolen. After all, if she had enough time to go digging for the item she found, who knows what else she might have taken. I would talk to boss again in light of this episode to request a locked or at least actively monitored area for personal belongings to be kept. In the meantime, I'd be looking for a bag or backpack that I could lock. NTA. I'm sorry. What? First, why are you not allowed to protect yourself against theft, aka use a lock? Second, that child was clearly a scapegoat for her, which is awful. Third, that story is implausible and I have a good imagination. 4. She poisoned your work environment. There is no way in hell that all 4 things would not lead to an HR complaint. Go for it. Clip her wings. NTA. Why is her daughter allowed to go through people belongings? Why is her daughter unsupervised where everybody's stuff is? Why is her daughter even there? I think you need to go higher up and file a complaint because that child stole something out of your purse. Then her mother, instead of telling her to put it back because it's not hers, confronted you about the item they both stole. She is creating the problem and needs held accountable. NTA. I'm floored that the coworker seems to think it's okay for her kid to go through people's personal items. You did absolutely nothing wrong and your coworker is raising a kid that's going to think she never does anything wrong. NTA. Coworker. You are angry at me for your daughter stealing my purse, rifling through it, and finding something that she then stole and brought to you. Now you are whining to all and sundry about how inappropriate it is for me to own something your daughter stole from me. Do you understand how messed up that train of logic is? Take some of the energy you are wasting in berating me for owning something that is not only legal, but not one bit of your business, and focus it on teaching your daughter not to be a thief. If you insist on continuing, I will have no choice but to take this to HR and let the chips fall where they may, because I am sure they will fall in my favor. NTA. Sounds like mom has been going through handbags taking the things she likes. NTA. Your coworker is a big one though. Why is her daughter roaming around your workplace unsupervised? Why is she allowed to dig through purses? Has anyone else noticed their things, money missing? What kind of person thinks it's okay to talk about another employee's personal business? Why is any of this being allowed to continue? Am I on crazy pills? Here's the thing. You are perfectly within your rights to walk around in public with a 10 inches long, neon green, silicone dildo that sings the Star-Spangled Banner when you twist a knob. Just put it in your purse and off you go. If anyone else finds that objectionable, they are free to not own one of those. Here's another thing. If your workplace does not allow personal belongings in work areas, they are required to provide a secure space for you to store those items. If that is a locker room, they are to allow people to use locks, or they are responsible for stolen items. NTA. Don't let it get to you. This is not your issue. Her child went through your purse. I wonder how many other purses she has gone through and what else she has taken. If it was lipstick, would you have even gotten it back? Everyone won't be your friend, so just let it go, especially with this coworker. Let her be mad. If you ignore it, she will give it up. NTA. Obviously, you're not in awe. What you have in your purse, that's a legal item, is up to you and nobody else's business. The coworker either allowed her daughter to go through people's purses, or didn't supervise their daughter to the point that she wandered off and went through people's purses. Either way, it's on the coworker, not you. If she won't let it go, I'd file a complaint with HR about it for hostile work environment and make sure it includes that the instigating factor was her letting her daughter go through other people's purses. NTA. By a long shot, your coworker is shifting blame. Why was the daughter going through it? I'd tell her to focus on parenting her light-fingered child versus having a go at you. NTA. NTA. Tell your boss your coworker is harassing you about your private sexual life. Make it clear it needs to stop. File a formal complaint against your coworker so it's on file. Make it clear nobody should be going through personal belongings, and that the need to provide lockers if this is an issue your coworkers can't abide by respectfully. Clearly. NTA. The child fiddling through your personal stuff is another issue. The main problem here is that your coworker didn't apologize for her daughter's actions and she's blaming you for something that clearly isn't something wrong to do. I see some bad parenting here. So the coworker was more worried about the toy than her potential thief of a daughter? NTA. I'm me, but I would have checked in front of her to see if anything was missing. The only thing you did wrong was apologizing. You didn't do anything to apologize for. NTA, she shouldn't have been in other people's stuff. We aren't allowed to use locks per the boss's request. Obviously this needs to be revisited. Your boss is putting people at risk of having things stolen. You are definitely NTA. Your coworker is embarrassed and deflecting so she doesn't have to admit she lets her daughter go through people's things without telling them. NTA. I'd actually make a formal complaint against your coworker for allowing her child to rifle through her colleagues' personal items unchecked, unsupervised. Surely that's a massive breach of privacy and a potential security breach. NTA, but I'd sure have a bag with some sort of lock on it now that you know it's happening. NTA, I can't believe how delusional some people are.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.